In the summer of 1961, Ray Kroc stood in front of two brothers named McDonald and signed a deal that would change the world forever. He was 59 years old. Most men his age were thinking about retirement. But Ray Kroc saw something no one else could see, a simple burger stand that could become a global empire. With nothing but relentless ambition and a handshake, he turned McDonald's into the largest fast food chain in history. He built an empire worth billions. He became one of the most successful businessmen of the 20th century. But here's the heartbreaking truth almost no one talks about. The man who built McDonald's eventually lost everything he truly cared about. This is the untold, emotional, and tragic story of Ray Kroc, the visionary who created the modern fast food industry, only to watch his personal life and relationships crumble in the process. A story of ambition, betrayal, sacrifice, and the heavy price of building an empire. Ray Kroc was not born rich. He was a struggling salesman in his 50s, selling milkshake machines across America. One day, he received an unusually large order from a small burger restaurant in San Bernardino, California, owned by two brothers, Richard and Maurice McDonald. Curious, Ray drove across the country to see it for himself. What he saw changed his life. The McDonald brothers had created a revolutionary system: fast service, consistent quality, limited menu, and low prices. Ray immediately saw the potential. He convinced the brothers to let him franchise their concept across America. In 1955, he opened the first McDonald's franchise in the Plains, Illinois. From that moment, Ray Kroc worked with unbelievable discipline and obsession. He traveled constantly. He refined the system. He demanded perfection from every franchise owner. He turned a small idea into a massive machine of efficiency. By the 1960s, McDonald's was growing at an explosive rate. Ray Kroc became a millionaire, then a multimillionaire, and eventually a billionaire. He was hailed as a genius, a self-made man, the father of modern franchising. But behind the public success, Ray's personal life was falling apart. His first marriage suffered under the pressure of his relentless work. His health deteriorated. His relationships became strained. The very ambition that built the empire slowly destroyed the man. The most heartbreaking part came later, when Ray Kroc realized that even though he owned the McDonald's brand, he didn't truly own the company. The McDonald brothers had sold him the name, but they had kept certain rights. In 1961, Ray made the painful decision to buy them out for $2.7 million, a huge sum at the time. He finally had full control. But the victory came at a great emotional cost. Ray Kroc built an empire that fed millions every day. But in the process, he lost the simple joys of life: family dinners, peace of mind, and personal happiness. He once said, "I was never satisfied. I always wanted more." That hunger built McDonald's, but it also consumed him. This is not just a business story. This is a deeply human tragedy. The story of a man who achieved everything the world admires, yet paid a terrible price for it. After buying out the McDonald brothers in 1961, Ray Kroc finally had full control of the company he had built. But he quickly realized that owning McDonald's was not enough. The company was still operating with old habits and systems that needed to change if it was to become the global empire he envisioned. Ray Kroc was in his 60s, but he showed remarkable discipline and willingness to break old habits. He knew that the fast food industry was changing rapidly. He began to enforce strict standards across all franchises. He demanded cleanliness, consistency, and speed. He fired franchise owners who didn't follow the system. He was ruthless in maintaining quality. This was a difficult period. Many people who had been with him from the beginning resisted the changes. They liked the old way of doing things. But Ray refused compromise. He broke the habit of being nice to everyone. He became more disciplined and focused. He worked long hours, traveled constantly, and personally inspected restaurants to ensure they met his high standards. Ray also broke the habit of doing things the traditional way. He invested heavily in new technology and systems. He created the Hamburger University to train franchise owners. He focused on real estate, buying land, and leasing it to franchisees. This real estate strategy became one of the most profitable parts of the business. But this intense discipline came at a personal cost. Ray's first marriage had already suffered. His obsession with work left little time for family. He developed health problems. He rarely took time to rest. The same habits that helped him build McDonald's were slowly destroying his personal life. Yet Ray continued pushing forward with unbreakable discipline. He believed that success required sacrifice. He often said that luck is a matter of preparation meeting opportunity. He prepared relentlessly. He broke old habits of comfort and complacency. He built new habits of excellence and consistency. By the late 1960s, McDonald's had become a national phenomenon. The golden arches were everywhere. Ray Kroc had turned a small idea into a cultural icon. But even as the company grew, he never stopped working on improving the system. He continued to break old habits and build better ones. This period of Ray Kroc's life shows the double-edged sword of discipline. It can build empires, but it can also destroy personal happiness if not balanced. Ray learned this the hard way, but he never stopped moving forward. By the 1970s, Ray Kroc had turned McDonald's into a global phenomenon. The company had thousands of restaurants across America and was rapidly expanding internationally. Ray Kroc was now a billionaire and one of the most successful businessmen in the world. His face appeared on magazine covers. He was celebrated as the father of the modern fast food industry. But behind the public success, Ray's personal life was quietly falling apart. His relentless drive and discipline, which had built the empire, had also created deep cracks in his relationships. His first marriage had ended years earlier. His second marriage was also under strain. He spent most of his time working, traveling, and obsessing over every detail of McDonald's operations. There was little room left for family or personal happiness. Ray Kroc had broken many old habits to build McDonald's, but he struggled to break the habit of workaholism. He believed that success required total commitment. He often worked 7 days a week. He rarely took vacations. Even as his health began to decline, he refused to slow down. This intense discipline made McDonald's stronger, but it took a heavy toll on Ray as a person. In 1974, Ray made one of his most controversial decisions. He bought the San Diego Padres baseball team. Many saw it as a vanity project, but Ray saw it as a new challenge. He applied the same discipline and high standards to the baseball team that he had used for McDonald's. He wanted to make the Padres a winning team, just like he had made McDonald's a winning brand. However, as the years passed, Ray began to feel the weight of his choices. He had built a massive empire, but he had lost the simple joys of life. He had sacrificed relationships, health, and peace of mind for success. In his later years, he started to reflect more deeply on what truly mattered. He became more involved in philanthropy, donating millions to medical research and other causes. Ray Kroc passed away in 1984 at the age of 81. He left behind a global empire that continues to serve millions every day. But his story is a complex one, a mix of incredible achievement and personal sacrifice. He built McDonald's into a symbol of American success, but in the process, he lost parts of himself along the way. The heartbreaking truth about Ray Kroc is that he achieved the American dream, but at a very high personal cost. His life shows both the power and the danger of relentless ambition and unbreakable discipline. Ray Kroc built the greatest fast food empire the world had ever seen. He took a small burger stand and turned it into a global symbol of American success. By the time he passed away in 1984, McDonald's had thousands of restaurants worldwide and was serving millions of customers every day. His golden arches became one of the most recognized symbols on the planet. But the most heartbreaking truth about Ray Kroc is this. The man who gave the world McDonald's lost the things that mattered most in his own life. He sacrificed family dinners for business meetings. He sacrificed personal relationships for expansion plans. He sacrificed his own health for the relentless pursuit of perfection. In the end, the empire he built with so much discipline and ambition could not give him the peace and happiness he truly wanted. Ray Kroc's story is a powerful reminder that success without balance comes at a terrible cost. He achieved what most people only dream of, wealth, fame, and lasting impact. But he also paid a price that many never see. His life shows us that building an empire is easy compared to building a meaningful life. As we look back at Ray Kroc's journey, we see both the brilliance and the tragedy of unchecked ambition. He changed the way the world eats. He created jobs for millions. He turned a simple idea into a cultural phenomenon. But in doing so, He lost the simple joys that make life worth living. The final lesson from Ray Kroc's life is clear. Success is important, but it should never come at the complete expense of your health, your relationships, and your inner peace. True success is not just about building something big. It is about building something that allows you to live a full and meaningful life. So the next time you are chasing your dreams with everything you have, remember Ray Kroc. Remember the man who built McDonald's and then lost everything that truly mattered. Let his story be a warning and an inspiration. Build boldly, but never forget what matters most. If Ray Kroc's story touched you, if it made you think about your own ambitions, sacrifices, and what success really means, then hit that like button and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Rise from Zero and turn on notifications so you never miss a powerful true story that can change how you see success in life. Drop a comment below and tell us, what is the biggest sacrifice you have made for your dreams? And was it worth it?